What's up, everyone? Welcome to Barstool Breakdown. Today is Saturday, January 13th, and we got a great show for you today. We got a new segment called Top 3, where Jonathan and I are going to break down the top 3 things that we think happened at Barstool this week. Could be funniest things, could be the most memorable things, could be things that you just need to know. Then we just go right into our normal segments. We got a great show. Let's get it.
Get sturdy as fuck.
This is it.
I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you. And baby, even on the worst nights, I'm into you.
All right, welcome back to Barstool Breakdown. I'm Frankie, here with my co-host Jonathan. How we doing, brother?
Great as always. It's been a solid start to the new year. The Steelers are in the playoffs. I got nothing to complain about on that end, but right now, I mean, that's all that really matters. And yeah, work's gone well, I guess, but it's playoff time. It's playoff football. Shout out Captain Ferdinand for not even acknowledging my bet, but it's all good. It's all good.
No, that was not good, dude. I was surprised he didn't. That was like,
No, it's okay. I
that was
talked to him
great.
in the DMs today.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, there's a mutual respect between the two teams because they should probably stomp the Steelers, but I'm still gonna like talk my shit. But yeah, Steelers in the playoffs, so life is good.
I hear you. Well, speaking
And
of life is good.
The Jets beat the Patriots finally. So you
Yeah,
have that. You got that.
I was literally going to say, speaking of life is good, I can't say shit about playoffs, but I could say that I won my playoff game, which was literally just beating the Patriots. I don't care what any Jet fan says. If you weren't rooting for us to win the last game that Bill Belichick was going to be as a Patriot, you are not a Jets fan because who gives a shit? We can't draft. So it does not matter if we had a better draft position. We can't draft worth a shit. I know Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson have been great, but okay, like,
no, I mean
Bill
Belichick's last game ever as a Patriot coach is a loss to the New York Jets. You guys should hang the banner. The banner should be hung. I don't know. I don't know when the ceremony is, but yeah, you got to get tickets for that because the banner
should get rings for that, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Just start with our new little segment we're gonna do here called Top 3. It'll be 3 things from each of us. I'll say one thing, then you'll say one thing, and we'll go back and forth. It'll kind of just break down things for everybody, and say, like I said in the intro, it's either going to be stuff that we thought was the funniest or the most important, or things that people need to know. So, without further ado, I'll just start it off with the number one thing. I think I didn't even really actually listen or see. I just saw the clips, but foreplay with Tiger, getting them, getting the boy, as I guess you can call it, their boy forever, selling so much merch with his name and likeness without actually having his name and likeness. So shout out the foreplay guys. You got to give it to him. I mean, that's just incredible. That's the Michael Jordan of golf. So you get that. That's big. So that's my number one in my top 3.
Yeah, I mean, this is PMT getting Michael Jordan. This is PMT getting Tom Brady. This is like shit like that. This is this spinning back fist getting Conor. I don't know if they've ever had him, but like getting Conor McGregor on, maybe not the greatest ever. Silva, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like this is a GOAT of a sport. The reason they wanted to talk golf is because they loved watching Tiger Woods. So like meeting your hero like that's got to be a surreal moment for the pod, and that shit's like I'm envious. That's so sweet. And then he just outdrives. Like he said, I haven't been swinging on my legs too much. And he just outdrives Riggs off his knees. Like that's fucking nuts. It was a hell of a video and something. I bet like they probably rewatched that and were like, holy fuck, I lived this. And like because that's like meeting your heroes is something fucking truly special. So shout out the boys from Foreplay because that's awesome.
No doubt.
Yeah. So if I'm gonna run into I don't have like a. I think you mentioned like pre-show that this was on your list too, but my first one is it's the Jerry After Dark rise and possible fall that we've seen this first 11 days of the new year. When we're recording on Thursday, so 11 days of the new year. Jerry After Dark. It hit a pinnacle. You have Tom Brady tweeting out the link. You know what I mean. You have Dwayne Wade quote tweeting stuff, and Jerry seemed to be looking at that as like not a positive. Like he's like, oh, we're never going to get that again. And now he's been kind of down,
right.
And then of course the rotator cuff, AC joint, whatever the issue is, he named 2 separate injuries when he explained it. So I got a little confused. And he's just been down. The chat's been getting him down. And like, I know that, but like you can't say the chat runs the show and not expect them to troll you all the time. Like he's kind of being a little soft about it, I think, like in that sense. But yeah, the rise of Jerry After Dark and possible fall that we've seen to start off the new year has been pretty fucking insane. I mean, he got what 80,000 subscribers in one episode, and with 37 hours. Yeah,
Yeah,
nuts.
well, still, that's insane. And yeah, it was on my list, but like I said, I don't want to repeat anything, so I'll just do one of my extras here. But I just to say on that stuff for sure. I mean, I said this. I'm glad you weren't there yesterday because on Stoolie Wednesday yesterday, I was like the only one battling with people saying that I think Jerry is Jerry Bits, just like Dave said. Now, I'll just preface this the same way I did with Stoolie Wednesday. I do think that the chat gets to him. I do think that, you know, it's annoying. And sometimes, like, just like Titus was like, fuck the chat after like one episode. So, how can you not feel like that doing Jerry After Dark? But think about when Jerry met Dave in the very beginning, reading off that piece of paper, looking all goofy. I will get one pizza each month as a part of my contract. Like, it was just, you know,
Right.
like you think about that as opposed to now, and it's like, I feel like that was just kind of trolling us a little bit, trying to like make himself look like a little bit goofier and whatever. So I think he lets the chat get to him on purpose. That's just what I've
I
been
don't know.
saying. And I think that it's in a sense of like he, you know, he knows what the fuck that they want to hear him say, just like they're going at him for stuff that, you know. So I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. When you see
I
him
do
get
agree
mad
some
and
of
shit
it's
like
not.
that, when you see him get mad and shit like that shit seems genuine. Like I think that like he's just got a short
Some, yeah.
fuse, and like yeah, there's some shit that does get to him, and he spoke on that. Like you know there's words he doesn't like people like using in the chat, and he's like auto block. You know, there's some shit that does get to him, but a lot of the other time when the chat is just like actually just like trolling, it seems like he does kind of go along with it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's like a bit of him being upset with it. I think he's truly upset, but he's gonna keep going, like obviously.
Yeah, so I just meant like I think that like when they say stuff about like the drugs and when they like you know dox his house address and stuff like that
Yeah,
stuff's
that's
fucked
fucked.
up. That stuff like you're gonna be pissed about that obviously. But like when they're like, "Oh, your foot's on the line," he's like, "Dude, my foot's not on the fucking line, asshole! Like, what are you talking about? Like, look at my
Yeah, that's a
foot."
bit.
You know, like that kind of stuff. Like you could tell, like, and that's the ones where I feel like he's pretending that that gets to him more, but I understand what people are saying about the other stuff because I do think that's fucked up. But I just think that's the very, very, very small minority, and I really hope he understands that.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
I'm sure.
but leading into my second top three was KFC and fights are out on Barstool Radio, and Francis Ellis and Kelly Keegs are in. I should have said that the other way. Kelly Keegs and Francis Ellis are in. A lot of backlash and outrage in the Stoolieverse for that. What do you got?
I mean, I really don't give a shit to be honest. Like Barstool Radio, like from I wasn't like a huge Stoolie back then, so I can't speak too much to it. But for those that know, like it's just not the same show, anyways. Like it doesn't matter who they're putting out there. It's just they're not covering the same things. There's not the same drama and shit. It's just like whether it be uh fights in KFC, and KFC that said the numbers were dropping on KFC radio since they started Barstool Radio, so that's why they're doing this. But I mean, I don't know. I don't watch radio enough to really give like a solid opinion. I did watch the first episode with like Francis and Kelly, and like it was cool. And like I love like Roan, so Roan being there helped. And Roan kind of seemed like he was trying to like throw it back to those like older conversations that they used to have and talk some shit. But Keegs and Francis just yeah, don't really
Yeah,
move the
well, that's
needle to make me want to like just like, oh shit, I got to make sure I watch radio every day. That's my honest thoughts on it.
yeah. That was basically the consensus last night too with Stoolie Wednesday. It was about, you know, basically people were just like, why are they killing Barstool Radio? And it was funny because a lot of people were saying like, well, if it's affecting KFC Radio, obviously they're going to leave it and whatever, which, you know, then I just went full KFC mode and was like, I'm going to put the tinfoil hat on. Can I do that for a second? They're like, all right, yeah, what? And I'm like, how many weeks in a row have I been saying that people want KFC out as host, and they comment it nonstop on the chats live? Then they do it after the episodes are out. 90% of the comments were just shitting on KFC for interrupting people and not letting people talk, and he sucks at hosting and whatever. I was just like, maybe he just wanted the fuck out of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and maybe it was affecting the numbers too, but that's an easy way out when you have a bunch of people just hating on you fucking every single day. But, that was just a little tinfoil hat thing, but I thought that would be funny.
Yeah, it would make sense. It doesn't, it's obviously not his main show, and it's not something that, like KFC Radio is his main show. So if that's all he wants to focus on, and maybe the comments do get to him, because a lot of people have been saying that, and it's, I mean, if everyone's preaching the same fucking thing, it's probably a little bit true, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a huge opinion on radio. I don't watch it enough. I haven't been able to watch it enough, and when I do, it's like I don't know. It's not like the old clips that I've seen. Like
No,
yeah, right.
That's fair. I mean, it's not Dave. I
Yeah.
mean, you need that voice, and that's why I said yesterday, I wish Roan was the host, because if anybody was going to step into the shoes for Barstool Radio and make it what it should be, it's Roan. He's
Back
able
then,
to spit with
weren't they pulling,
anybody. He
like,
talks the shit. Sorry.
back then, weren't they pulling like guests like pretty frequently? Like someone outside of Barstool to come in and just like fucking chop it up with. Like, I feel like
Yeah,
I've
every
seen
once in a
clips of that.
while. But the best part about that radio was just like there was always fucking drama going on, so they would just keep pulling those people into that room from the office.
Yeah,
and I
now
just
it's
feel
more so like
they
they're trying
try
to
prevent
fabricate
that.
some of it.
Yeah. So anyway, what do you got for number 2?
It's Dave Portnoy and the fucking Michigan Wolverines won the national championship, and he's doing this victory lap, and he's giving shit to my guy Big Ev and BFW, and it just that
I can't
stinks.
believe you used this one. I can't fucking believe you. I'm shocked right now that you said this one.
It's stupid, it's annoying, and there's nothing you can say to or like there's nothing you can say back to it, because he's right. Like, they did win. Everyone accused them of stuff. They won, so they shut everyone up. But that fucking stinks, and I feel bad for Ev, because he can, like, when you saw him on the rundown, he was a broken man. Yeah, that victory tour he's doing, like fucking Belichick retired, and he was like, I have nothing to root for. Put out a video pointing at his fucking hat, like, just Michigan Wolverines 2023 champions. So that sucks. But yeah, hopefully it's over soon. I think that that's going to run for a while, because the Patriots aren't going to be very good. I don't think the Red Sox are that great. Like the Celtics, maybe he'll go into the Celtics and find heartbreak there, but knowing his fucking luck, and he's going to win the title with the Celtics or some dumb shit like that too. So yeah, congrats to Dave and his victory lap.
Yeah, it's insane. It really is. I said to my buddy that I work with, we were on the Hard Rock betting app, and he was like, I really have a feeling about Washington. And I just go, there's no chance that they win.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I said, there's just no chance.
Yeah,
and there's no way to
I
explain
accepted
something
it.
like that to non-Barstool fan,
No. But I mean, I had accepted it. My buddy up here, he sent me a bet slip too, said he took Washington money line. I was like, it's stupid. I was like, Michigan's probably going to fucking boat race these guys. Like, they're just better. And it sucks that they are. But I will say, Harbaugh's going to go to the NFL, fingers crossed. So he's gone to the NFL. Ohio State has retained a lot of people. We're looking good. We got our guy from Kansas State. He didn't have any receivers. Now he's got Ibuka coming back on his senior year. Ohio State's going to be fine. We're going to be, I should place a future right now for him to win the national title, because they got a shot next year. You're bringing everybody back. We're going to run it back besides Marvin. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even understand college football anymore. I just feel like it's kind of just like the NFL. There's no good quarterbacks anymore, and then there's just no good teams. I mean, you're like the Ohio State Michigan game. I was watching that game and literally thought in my head over and over, I'm like, what is the difference between this game and even last year's game? I'm like, there's something weird about these games that's just not normal, and it's because the quarterback play is just shit. I mean, at least you guys used to have quarterbacks that could run and throw the football.
They had watch this Kansas State kid. You better watch out for him.
I'm gonna have to, because Jesus, Kyle McCord putting an Ohio State uniform on and starting all those games isn't just.
He was fine. It wasn't all on McCord.
Ugh.
Offense was soft. Anyways, what's your third? We don't talk about Michigan anymore.
Stephen Shea is out as VP of football operations.
Right.
So I say it like that because it was an acronym that I don't even know or want to remember, because it was so ridiculous. It was like Field Operations Officer to something automobile location, whatever, and it was about parking in the parking lot, basically. But he tried to make it football ops, and then Big Cat told Paige, send the email out. He will be junior analyst.
Yeah, Chase losing his mind, I think. There was a couple of clips I watched today. I haven't had a chance to see the bracket yet, but Ken Jack tweeted out a couple of clips from the episodes. That was all-time Che experience. Like he's just off his rails right now. I think the data's down 13 units to start the new year. If you're just going by January, so he's off his rocker a little bit. It's we're getting some all-time Che stuff right now, and knowing him, he'll bounce back pretty soon. I mean, he doesn't take an L, so
yeah.
If I roll, so I'll Che's involved in my next one. I'll just roll right into my third one. Is I'm so excited for the NFL playoffs. One, because the Steelers did make it, and two, because I'm a Barstool fan, and like Big Cat wants to say, like, a pervert and a sicko. So when these Barstool guys they lose, it's something to cheer for, or even if you're like rooting for them, like go. Either way, this is when we get some of the best Barstool clips, like from these streams, and there's so many people involved. I mean, you have Big Cat with the Ravens future, Bills versus Steelers is JJ, obviously, and then I'll be fully tuned to that. But Big Cat also has a future on the Bills. You have Chiefs offense, you get Frank the Tank, Smokes, and Jake all on that stream.
That's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Right. Cowboys, you got Hank, the biggest Cowboys fan I know. And then to end it, Monday night, you get Che versus Max on a stream. Like it's a perfect opening weekend of the playoffs, and the content that's going to come from that is going to be incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I am so much looking forward to Frank and Smokes together. I have no words. I can't even speak because I'm just so excited, because it's just the freakouts and the torment that's going to happen is just going to be so amazing.
They have to sit on opposite sides of the room, because Frank might kill him. He might actually try to fight Nicky Smokes.
I almost feel like it's the other way around. Like I feel like Smokes doesn't really get it yet, and he's like might try to kill Frank. It's like, dude,
Frank's been killing him though. Frank is like,
I know.
Yeah, he called him a jinx, said the Dolphins haven't won anything since you were born. Like it's all Nicky Smokes' fault. So
he's been getting crushed. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, I am so pumped. So pumped for that. And then to end the whole thing with the Che versus Max, Jalen Hurts being hurt and Max not backing him up, and now they're all going to be there doing the game. It's just, it's going to be fireworks. So it's going to be great.
And I mean, neither of those offenses have looked good in the year at all. And it could just be a sloppy, ugly games where you get Che at least excited about the whole, because the Eagles should win just talent based. Like you think that they would.
I think the Eagles are going to smash them.
Right, but maybe they don't. Like maybe it's just a fucking ugly, muck it up game where we get some of the best Che comments you'll ever hear, and then of course Max and his rage. That's what all us sickos live for.
Yep.
But yeah, those are my three things this week. That's my top three. I guess I cap some of the year as well. But yeah, it's been busy.
No, it's great. Well, I guess let's move right into the Barstool Beast of the Week. Right. First beast of the new year. What do you got?
Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank's been killing it. He's, that we talked about TJ's weight loss previously, but I mean, Frank is down. I forget the number. He's crushing it too, and it's because of one thing is it's his walks. Obviously the diet and whatever he's straightened up since then plays a factor as well, but his walks, and walk 100 was fucking legendary. I don't know if that was within this week or not, but anyways, walk 100 was legendary. Like it looked like a Forrest Gump scene when he's running down the road and everyone's following. Like Frank the Tank with 150 people at Central Park, like just leading them for a fucking walk. Like 2024 is the year of page views, like Dave said, and it's like due to the whole company, because Frank the Tank is fucking. You had JJ to start the year, and then you got Frank the Tank doing that walk on 100, and on 102, he has JJ Watt, which I just got done watching right before we recorded it, and like that was phenomenal. He's just shooting the shit with JJ Watt for 40 minutes, walking around New York. Like that's fucking awesome. And also he had Tank Cooks like chili dogs or whatever with dirty water. I don't know. I didn't watch that fully, but he's he's crushing the game. Frank the Tank is the man. The only L he took this week was to Dave. Because
Yeah,
it's just
which
Dave and the dozen.
it's funny because I was gonna say he went from literally Dave saying like I think he can maybe come in the office 2 maybe 3 times a week maximum when he first started to now Dave's like he's a made man in this company, like
Yeah,
he is
right.
Barstool. Like it's incredible how you can just be so low on, the totem pole at one point and then just skyrocket. And
He's the man.
I'm just so proud of Frank, honestly, because I really did think he was just going to be a bit and a joke and, try to rile him up kind of guy, which I know he still always will be, but there's so much other stuff to him now.
Oh yeah,
So for sure.
that's why that Chiefs Dolphins game is going to be must watch streaming, like with fucking Frank in Chicago with them. Like they're on the way right now. I think that he just like posted something on Twitter. And yeah, but it's going to be fucking awesome to watch. Win or lose, Frank's going to be stressed out the whole way. Who do you got?
Yeah, so I did a little I don't know, I like couldn't pick one because it's just like a pair. So I had originally put down Nikki Clicky and then I was like, no, I want to do KB. And then I was like, wait, no, Nick did this. No, wait, KB did this. So my beast of the week is Nikki Clicky and KB. It's just the Anus Boys. So just to recap why, Nick was sick pretty much last week, maybe in a little bit of this week in the beginning. And then he got Kyle sick, who now has the Rona. So shout out KB, quick healing. So they both fought through the sicknesses. I mean, I know Kyle's at home now, but he's still putting out content. They put out a bonus anus episode this week, which was just absolutely hysterical. Like just they sat down for 30 minutes or whatever and just put out just their thoughts that they wanted to talk about, which just anything extra with them is amazing. Then we still got the Piper Jones and the morning update videos from KB, even when he was sick, which was hilarious. They did the bracket. They've been doing the yak. So I feel like they could be the beast of the week every week. And they're my two favorites, at the company, to be honest with you. So I was like, at some point, I got to make one of them the beast of the week. So first of the year, why not make it both of them?
Yeah. I mean, I see your reasoning. I feel like having the big C and testing for it is a very, very least move by KB. So I will ding him there. But yeah, the Anus Boys are phenomenal.
He's not even confirmed that happened, though.
Yeah, right. But he knows that he has it. So,
but
yeah.
he also says some random shit, dude.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, if he tests for it, that's a ding on him. But yeah, the Anus Boys are always phenomenal. I gotta stay caught up with them.
the B stands for Biden.
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. Let's go. Let's move to the next.
All right, let's move then right to the Barstool least of the week.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
All right, I'm starting because it's personal.
Nope.
It's fucking my boy, Stephen Che, because he's been killing me, bro. I was telling you before we started recording, I've been doubling down on his bets because I'm like, all right, he's going to turn it around. He always turns it around. I'm putting like when he says put 1.3 units, I've been putting like 2.6 sometimes, just thinking he's going to turn it around. So I'm not down 13 units. I'm down probably more than that because of that. And like I said before, he lost the VP of football ops fake title. But yeah, this was a personal least for me because he was making me feel like a least until I just hit this parlay tonight. So that's my least.
Yeah, Big Cat's been on his case. He's been on an all-time slump for as far as the data goes, especially as far as NBA goes. NBA is what he crushed it at last year. So to have a slump like this is it's killing the brand. He's got to go on a heater and he's got to do it soon. He's losing all of us riders money. But I mean, that's why our riders, we're here for the wins and the losses. Right now is the loss. So, he's cold right now, but this is when you get deep in the bag, Steve. And this is when you get down there, you get more into the data than you've ever been. And you come out with some fucking winners because your boys need it.
Yeah, and
We're
to
hungry.
clarify, we're recording this on Thursday. That's why he might go on a streak here in the next couple days. But he didn't put a pick out today, did he?
I
Because
don't
I
know.
have alerts on and everything,
maybe.
and I haven't seen shit. So I don't think he put one out today. But
I think maybe he
anyway, who
always
do you
does.
got?
For my least, so I was honestly, I didn't have a least. I didn't come prepared. And when I hopped on Twitter today, I saw that Mook's mom called him a pussy. So Connor Mook is my least of the week. Yeah, he was like his mom texted him saying like it getting any snow yet, and he was like, no, not yet, but it's gonna be like really cold. And I don't know. She said, you're gonna take the L, and he said, no, I'm going to get an Uber. And his mom called him a pussy straight up. And then later on in the night, he tweeted another thing. Fuck, what was it? His mom said, "Don't call me," basically, like because he's like having a sleeper with the. Yeah, it was like he was telling her that he was having a sleepover with the boys because he's hanging out. You know, he
Yeah,
made
you're
that on the
talking
yak,
about that on the yak.
right? And his mom said like, make sure you don't call me, like So his mom's just in his ass right now, and yeah, I don't know. That makes him the least of the week. You can't have your mom call you a pussy.
No, I hear you. I just
Yeah,
was listening to the yak too, and they were like, "He's the only one on the yak not going to the Super Bowl week and shit."
yeah. Oh yeah,
It's
that too.
tough,
Yeah, there you go.
tough,
Yeah,
dude,
having a down
tough.
week. Having a down week.
But shout out Sam Lottie, dude. He said he would put Mook up in a room, and if he wants to go to Vegas, and I think Mook turned it down, but I don't know, dude. He should go.
Yeah, but he probably has
You
to stay
should
for
too.
some
Just
reason.
saying. But all right, well, let's move into the Barstool beef of the week.
Fuck you! Well, fuck you! Dude! Oh! My God! What? Brandon, what?
Right, well, I think the beefs are probably already talked about in our top threes, but what do you got?
I'll start with I have Dave Portnoy and Brandon Walker. I touched on it earlier with Dave's victory tour, and this really isn't a beef. It's more of a bullying, because Dave is just calling into every show. They were recording Unnecessary Roughness right after the national championship game, and Dave calls Brandon, and we kind of saw both ends of that phone call, but it was just making him, quote, bow down, say the name, who's national champions. So there was that, and then the next morning on Mostly Sports, he calls in to say hello, talks about Michigan again, and then on the Yak that same day. So like Brandon's just getting tormented. Like I said, it's more of a bullying, not a beef. I tried to make a little sad video of Brandon Walker when he gave his little sad motivational speech. Just try. Yeah, but right now there's not much you can do to try. You just got to hang on, Brandon. Hang on. Endure the bullying and wish nothing but the worst on the Boston Celtics.
I can't even. I'm like a little I'm like giggling because I can't stop thinking just Dave calling into the shows. Like he was just so loudly screaming into his phone, like
I'll
right in
hang up
front of
and
his
listen.
face.
I'll
Yeah,
hang up and listen.
I swear to God, I was gonna. That's exactly the part that made me laugh the hardest. He kept going, "We're the champions. What else you gonna say? I'll hang up and listen." I don't know why I just did Dickie V's voice there almost for a second, but that was
I
just
think the one on the
best
Yak,
part.
the one on the Yak, he was like,
That's the one.
no. Well, he also said, I want everyone to talk about how they felt when their team won a national title, or maybe that was Mostly Sports one, but it's like, fuck off, man.
No, that was the Yak, I think. That was the Yak, I think.
Yeah.
And then he was like, because it's nice, whatever. And then I'll hang up and listen. He was just screaming. And the best part was when he stopped, Titus just goes, "Was that a recording or like was that live?" Like because he just didn't let anyone respond to anything.
No. And it's so funny. Titus is just fucking right under the radar, being from Columbus.
It's insane. It's almost bullshit, dude. Like I love Titus and that's so like I'm cool with it, but like it's almost bullshit. Like he's got to get some shit, dude. Big Ev's sitting there getting his asshole ripped out. Like,
I think he's kind of asking for the beef, but
and that's what I was saying. It almost felt like he was bringing it on. He was almost like
Brandon Walker
I
did
kind of want
talk
to be in
down
this.
on. He talked down on Michigan all year. He talked down on JJ McCarthy, who completed 10 fucking passes, still isn't good all year. So like when they win a national title, like yeah, I don't know. The blood oath was a real fuck up, especially because he got nothing out of that. So what a pass by LeBron James. That was dirty. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I mean that was an easy beef. And I brought it back up purposely because I knew that was going to be one of them. So my beef of the week is Jerry versus the chat. Like I said, we talked about it earlier too.
Also, could be a bullying. Also could be
Right,
bullying.
I was gonna say it really does. It really does actually encapsulate everything in the Dave and Brandon beef as well as the Jerry and the chat beef because it's kind of a one-way street at this point, where the chat is just, it's like I feel like I'm waiting for Jerry to just change his profile picture to Kevin Durant's, where it's just the guy with the swords around the neck, all the swords around his neck, and he's just smiling.
Right.
So I'm hoping one day Jerry gets to that point where he realizes, like, yeah, everyone's got a sword up to your neck, dude, but just smile it away because nobody's touching you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
he
I'm
freaked out on the Jerry Smollett, comments, the fake injury, and I think those are the two things that really got to him the most. Like I said, I think he plays into the other shit. But I think like he didn't realize people were kind of trying to get to him with the fake injury stuff. And he's like, I was in the fucking ER, like at first I thought he was playing to it, but when he went on the yak, I was like, oh fuck, like he actually,
no, he's actually
he's upset about this injury thing, so.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little too. I mean, I think maybe in all of our eyes, we see that it's a little too much. Maybe he's a little too upset by it. But yeah, this is full on cyberbullying. He's bringing on Liam to moderate. At least that was the idea. I don't know if that's who he's actually using. I reached out, said, "Hey Jerry, I'll moderate. I'll help out."
Nice.
I haven't heard back, but the message is sent. The message is sent. Yeah, it's tough. Like this is Barstool bullying of the week because these are two examples of straight up bullying where you can't really do much on the other side, and you kind of just hope and pray that the pain ends. And for Jerry, he's got a hurt shoulder, so that's a few weeks at least. And yeah, for Brandon, he's kind of fucked.
Yeah. Well, again, you got Jerry. I really hope that he can just see through all, the trolling, because there are certain people that it is just trolling, fake this, fake that, Spanish audio, blah, blah, blah. But
I think
those assholes. So you just
I think
ignore
the injury plays a bigger part than we're thinking. Like I think maybe the injury really got him down that day. So
right. Mentally. Yeah. No, and he, like you said earlier, he was saying how he'll never get back to that hole-in-one stream. So he was already down and then getting injured prior. Yeah, you're right. That's probably a good point.
Right. Fucking Lucasy.
Shout out, Lucas. All right. Well, that'll bring us to our last section here, the comment of the week.
Vacation mode.
Kite! I'm flying a kite right now. Let's go. That video gets me every time.
It's a good one. Speaking of video comments, I'll just go ahead and start then. We have the Stephen Che one there as the intro, for a giggle every time. Mine is a quote of the week. You talked about him earlier. I thought you were going to mention this. Nick Tarani quote tweeted Brandon Walker. Quote tweeted Brandon Walker because Brandon, Nick Saban was fired. So Brandon, caught a W because that's someone that who's ruined his life for year and year after end. And he calls his mom to kind of talk shit. His mom's calling him an ass, like whatever. And then right after that, Nick quote tweets Brandon from the same angle, shot the same way, calls Brandon's mom, and is basically like, I'm sorry, mama. Are you okay? You feeling okay? Like being all nice to her or whatever. And
hey, mama. I'm sorry about Nick Saban.
Thank you.
All right. He's a West Virginia boy, so you and I have a lot in common.
I know.
All right. Well, I'm just making sure you're all right.
I'm all right.
Okay.
I was laying on the couch trying to get over it, but
yeah.
It is what it is.
Well, listen, if you need anything, just give me a call.
I will. I love you.
All right, love you.
She was so nice back.
So good. Yeah, I think Nick ratioed him. I don't have the tweets pulled up, but yeah, it seems like Brandon's mom definitely loves Nick more than Brandon. The way those conversations went. So it was fucking hilarious. Caitlin Walker tweeted out like, my mom talked about disowning him after this, like called me right after I said he was going to disown him. Your brother's an ass or whatever. And I was like, or maybe replace him because Nick is right there for sure.
Yeah, no, I was just looking, I was trying to find the videos and I couldn't, but I did find my comment of the week. So that was a great little ratio by Nick. I assume I should say is going to be a ratio because
He said he
I
said
mean,
it
he
on the
was
yak
just
today
looking.
that he ratioed him. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, then definitely. But yeah, that was just hilarious. And I mean, if you just shave Brandon Walker's mom's head to the same haircut, they are the same exact person. It's absurd how much he looks exactly like his mom. So I thought that was hilarious as well. But moving over to my comment, you got anything else on that? Or are you good?
no, I'm good.
Cool. So someone on Twitter posted and said um to Roan and to Philly Mays. Sorry, blanking my people here. So those two got a tweet from just random person saying, "Would you take Bill Belichick over Nick Sirianni if they lose to the Bucks on Monday night?" And I don't know, if people went back and forth, but Roan quote tweeted it and just wrote, "Let's be clear, I would never want Belichick to coach the Eagles. The man is 20 games under 500 without Tom Brady." And Lil Sass, not even from his main account, from the Lil Sam Squanch account, writes poverty franchise plus Zach Wilson owns you. And just immediately ratioed him. The Roan tweet had 87,000 views and 179 likes. And then the Sass tweet had 4.2 thousand views and 194 likes at the moment that I saw that picture. So great little ratio and comment there from Sassy Boy.
Yeah, Sass is just quick with that shit. You've noticed that like his out of order episodes are coming out like the day after something big happens. The dude's got
It's like
a quick
South Park,
brain.
dude.
Yeah, he's crushing it. But yeah, that's poverty. I mean, Zach Wilson did beat the Eagles this year, so I mean, spot the lie. So they're just liking the
No,
truth
it's why it's
there. So,
hilarious.
yeah, so you can't spot the lie there. It's been tough for the Eagles recently, and it's just another L that those Philly fans are catching right there.
Yeah, Sass knows ball.
Yeah, Sass does know ball indeed.
All right. Well, if that's it, then let's move into the dozen and let's
Yep.
wrap it up. During Wild Card Weekend in January 2018, the Chiefs blew a 21-3 lead to the Titans that included a QB accidentally threw a touchdown pass to himself.
Mariota. It's an easy one to start.
Before becoming a 4 times All-Star in Atlanta, Paul Millsap played for 7 seasons for the Jazz, right?
Yeah, it's the Jazz.
All right. Known as one of the greatest penalty kickers ever. Yeah, that name, Blanco, scored in the 1998, 2002, 2010 World Cup while representing what country?
I'm gonna guess Mexico.
Blanco. I was
My
saying
guess.
Mexico. That's so fucked up.
I don't know. I don't know this shit, bro.
That's fucked up.
How?
Oh my God.
See, bam, we're good.
Dude, there's so many others to do, but immediately I saw fucking Blanco and I thought Mexico. Population more than 15 million people. Which city, the city of Karachi, resides in what South Asian country? I don't know. Geography.
Karachi is.
Korea?
I know Karachi. No, Karachi. South Asian though is throwing me off. I thought it was like more Middle East. Karachi's, I believe, in Pakistan.
You would know.
There's like
fucking-
what movie references that to? But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
I
South
was gonna
Asia.
say,
I guess
hey, now that you say that, was that in War Dogs?
maybe. Outside's easy there. Inside, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's Phoenix. Yeah, Walking Phoenix. I have no idea on the girl though. No fucking clue. No.
Oh,
It's an old actress.
Jesus. Oh my God, dude. Why will this? looks like fucking Lisa Kudrow, but older.
Try that. Try Lisa Kudrow, but older.
I don't know, bro.
I'm not gonna get the inside.
Mm,
No fucking clue.
mm. Yeah, let's do. What's the lady I always use? Dame Judi Dench.
Sure. It's gotta work once.
It's never her, but we can try it. All right, we'll just try Judy Garland, maybe.
Not it. Damn.
Fuck that. All right, with over 2,100 locations, this fast food, primarily in the West Coast, is known for burgers, tacos, Jack in the Box. It's the only place that sells tacos and burgers, right?
Yeah. Well,
Late
Del
night
Taco
munchie
does,
meal menu.
but it's Jack in the Box.
Yeah, I got to get back to that place, man. All right, this woman was the host of Extra from 2011 to 2014 and was a correspondent on Entertainment Tonight. Had a recurring role on One Tree Hill and
Oh,
been
I did
featured
watch
on
that.
WWE Raw.
I did watch One Tree
Same.
Recurring role. No fucking clue. Recurring. I don't know.
This is pretty bad because I feel like I know who this is too.
I'm not gonna know this. I
It was like
don't do actress
wasn't it like a
names.
span with I feel like it was an MM, like the name was like a MM, like Mara Minusco, or I don't know, like, oh man, I don't know, whatever.
Maria.
I'm gonna just put an M, see if anything comes up.
Maria.
Yeah, I don't know. Marley Nichols, no. Maria. Something with an M.
Just type
Fuck,
M.
I don't know. I did. That's what came up. No.
I can't read them. So I'm calling you.
I don't know. It was like a Spanish name, dude. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything. Menunos. Maria Menunos. Get the See, this is where like I can't celebrate that because people are gonna just think we cheated because I just searched through fucking names and I randomly picked that one. But I said MM. That was that was fucking. I definitely didn't know that was her name. I will say. I thought it was like I said, like Mara Miscuno or something, but that was pretty close. Still didn't know it was that after seeing Marina Menounos, though. I will say that.
We never would have got there in the actual dozen. We wouldn't have figured it out.
No, fuck no, not a shot, dude. This is so much easier. All right, Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson, Kerry Condon, and Barry Keoghan, all received Oscar nominations for this 2022 tragic comedy set in Ireland, directed by Martin McDonagh.
Tragic comedy? I didn't even know that was a fucking genre.
310 to Yuma.
Not that. Is that tragic comedy though?
I have no idea, dude. Is Colin Farrell even in that?
No, that's not it. 2022, 310 to Yuma is way.
No kidding. It's the first answer that comes up when you type anything. Like if you type in a thing, it's the first thing because it's the number. I was just kidding. That's every time we type in a movie, it always comes 310 to Yuma or whatever. Always like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but as far as the actual answer, I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, no. Set in Ireland. Oh, set in Ireland. Oh shit. What's that Banshees movie? They talked about it on the Yak. Inceptions of oh fuck, dude. It's like Banshees of Inceptions or Inertia or Banshees of Inertia or something. Hold on, let me see if I put in Banshees. Yeah, I think this is definitely it, dude.
There you go.
Dude, I remember what is it? The Banshees of I don't even know. Again, that was straight up from the yak. I remember them talking about that. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you did,
As long as you love me.
as long as you. Pretty sure that's what it was called.
Yeah, it's as long as you love me. Oops.
All right, well, I'll take it. Freaking 8 out of 9, and I think 3 of them were just guesses that we came down to a
Yeah, if anyone actually
educational guess.
If anyone actually watches that part this week, they will probably think we cheated. But yeah,
I gotta watch it back. I gotta see my eyes and stuff too, because I certainly did not, and I wish I would have cheated because it would have made everything a lot easier. But I want to see if like it looks like I cheated, because it certainly does on the dozen. Sometimes people are kind of looking their eyes going, side to side and whatever. So I wonder what it looks like when you're doing it,
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. It's
It
good to be
also
back.
is fully cheating when we fucking play on that game, just so you know, because you could type in a name and then just names
Yeah,
come up.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I said
I
like
found Maria Menounos.
that's why I said on the one, like people are like, yeah, that we would have never got there. But yeah, another great week. It's good to be back. Start the new year off right. As far as the guests go, they'll be back soon. We're working on shit. It's tough to get guests consistently. And Big Cat said something that spoke to that. I think it was on the yak. Like you're not gonna always have like that one thing, like that big moment all the time. You just gotta like try to get once a month. So maybe if we just secure something like once a month, that'll help out. But I'm looking forward to it. 2024 is the year of the breakdown, and that's why it's always good to be on the Barstool Breakdown.
Absolutely. Viva.
It's the Barstool Breakdown. Go ahead and give it to me. Breakdown. Let's listen to those guys.